Thank you. It is an honor to take the floor again. And since the colleague who should have taken the floor could not take the floor now, I'm happy to replace her. Actually, we have at European level a decree which pertains to the application of all defense molecules for defense purposes in viticulture, and we sought to answer a series of to provide an answer in relation to various needs and problems. Again, this is related to climate change, and tests were made. The main objective being transferring sustainable operations in phytosanitary and agronomic terms to operations in general, so as to abide by the rules and at the same time provide a practical solution to farmers who pay a lot of attention to these aspects, including costs. Specific objectives of this group entail reduction of the impact of phytosanitary product on human health, the environment, and biodiversity by means of the implementation of innovative techniques in integrated control and defense methods and alternative methods. Then evaluation and application of an innovative methodology which would make it possible to correlate the nutritional state of the soil and of the plant with the quantitative aspects of the grape in order to rationalize the usage of fertilizers in the vineyard. And then we wanted to highlight the differences in duration of the vegetative cycle and their interference with irrigation needs in order to improve the usage of water as a resource in viticulture. Here you see action 1, which is the definition of innovative strategies to control the main diseases of the vine. And we focused on a number of defense activities with alternative products which are antagonists and which induce resistance. These are products which are extensively used and which are also already available on the market to fight botrytis using bacillus, but also extracts of a number of special plants, and then also against downy mildew and against powdery mildew. So in this case, what is used is for each test and each disease tests that entail comparing and contrasting different substances, 6 or 7 of them for each one of the pathologies considered. And these tests about plant protection products are still in progress. We will see the results in the next years. Then we have an analysis on the persistence and resistance to runoff of the main products against mildew. And in this case, these activities performed in cooperation with Bologna University, both in a controlled environment and in the field. And what is done is assessing the persistence of a number of products which are already used and which act, especially in case of runoff after heavy rainfalls, for instance. And then we also have a third test about acid rot of grapes during the harvest. Then we have action 2. And action 2 entails adjusting the dosage of plant of pest control and plant protection products in relation to biometric parameters in viticulture, the goal being that of protecting the vineyard and reducing costs. In this case, what we use are studies and scientific evidence that has already been consolidated in order to identify the volume of the dosages that have to be used for the active ingredients in relation to the phenological phases of the vine, which means that we consider parameters, and based on parameters, we judge how much water should be used, which means that it is not that we use the very same volumes throughout the season. Then we have action 3, which is more agronomic, and it is monitoring of the chemical fertility of the vineyards in different areas of the region in order to know more of the nutritional state of vineyards. And here we see the main varieties involved. The attempt being that of assessing the nutritional state of vineyards through a number of analyses, and the intent is that of finding an index of correlation between these two fundamental aspects so as to be able to give the farmer an instrument which can be fast and easy to understand in order to identify the nutritional state of the vineyard. And then the second test is de facto a setup of the IRRINET system, which is a service which is provided free of charge by the consortium to farmers in order to define when it is best to irrigate. And tests are already in progress, their intent being that of identifying algorithms in relation to climate change. In the past, they were used to set up the IRRINET system, so now the point is to update them. Also in this case, as was the case with the other projects, we have a thorough dissemination plan for the transferring of the results, because we believe that these practices should become, if not a routine, certainly something which is better known by farmers. And what we are focusing on are audiovisuals and seminars and technical meetings, so as to transfer in the best way possible all results being obtained. Also in this case, the operational group for sustainable viticulture is made up of the major cooperatives, as we said before, and then we have Cereali Paderna too as a cooperative. CRPV acts as a coordinator again, and also in this case we have the University of Bologna, we have the Research Center for Viticulture CREA with Dr. Tomasi, and then Canale Emiliano Romagnolo, the Astra company, which is an experimental one, and we have also in this case a good representation of smaller estates, smaller producers, which though are very helpful in their support. Also to speed up everything, the cost is €377,000, contribution is 340,000, duration 3 years. Actually, this is a mistake. It started in July 2016, this project. It will be concluded in July 2019. Thank you.